And now moving on, Donald Cerrone versus Joe Lauzon, and I was picking Joey Lauzon to win when they were meant to fight in UFC 274, and I'm still picking Joey Lauzon to win. And it kind of all comes down just to the fact that I think that the guy that is more done, unfortunately, is Donald Cerrone. He's older, he's 39 years old. In the last 2 years, Donald Cerrone's taken so much more damage than Joe Lauzon has, you know. In the last 2 years, he lost to Anthony Pettis. I guess 2.5 years ago, he lost to Conor McGregor. Lost to Miko Price, and that is a decision, which is somewhat weird. And then he got knocked out pretty early on as the first round against Alex Morono. And Alex Morono took that fight in like 5 days' notice, you know. Like, it's not the best look. And you know who's taken absolutely no damage in 2 years? Joe Lauzon, because he hasn't fought. And I feel like maybe in this sort of situation, it's actually going to benefit him a little bit more, because I think that Donald Cerrone's just been in there and he's been getting hurt and he's been taking damage, and Joe Lauzon just hasn't. You know, he's been working on some sort of tech business, I think, because that's what Joe Lauzon's into outside of MMA, so good for him. But Joe Lauzon's had such a legendary career, underrated career in my opinion. So is Donald Cerrone, to be fair, but I feel like the guy that's just had the most underrated career out of these two is Joe Lauzon. You know, he beat the guy that coached the opposite team on The Ultimate Fighter before coming as The Ultimate Fighter. He beat Jens Pulver and then went on The Ultimate Fighter after that. I feel like that's just such an underrated moment in his career, you know what I mean? Like, that's absolutely insanity. So yeah, I will point that out. But yeah, I think Joe Lauzon, mainly for the reason he's taken no damage recently. Also, if you watch his fight against Jonathan Pearce, he looked so good on the feet. Donald Cerrone, though, on the other hand, you know, like, he just doesn't look like he takes the shots the same. He shelled up a little bit against Alex Morono after getting hurt. And you know what? Alex Morono does hit hard. Probably not as hard as Joe Lauzon does on the feet, but yeah, I think Joe Lauzon's just going to get the finish, you know. A lot of people are picking decision for Cerrone. I've seen that on YouTube as well, some other YouTubers picking that, but I'm going Joe Lauzon by KO, you know. I just can't forget that fight against Jonathan Pearce where he had such a good moment. He looked so good, and that win has aged very well, because Jonathan Pearce has already got a couple of wins in the UFC since then. So yeah, I think that Joe Lauzon should win this one here. And Donald Cerrone, you know, I feel like recently he's getting so nervous for fights. You know, he's fighting for his son now, and I don't know, like, he's getting so emotional. It's so many factors, I feel like, in this fight that could go either way, you know. Like, Donald Cerrone's been more active. Joe Lauzon hasn't been active at all. Like, he hasn't really been fighting. I don't know if he's been training the same now that he's working on his business. You know, like, stuff like this, you know, it's a tough one. But I think Joe Lauzon definitely should win this fight. I don't know. I think Joe Lauzon's going to win. I've been picking him the whole time, so let's go to Joe Lauzon.